My pranams to all Atmajyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you for today's session of Chandogya Upanishad, chapter 7, Upasana. Yesterday we started with the understanding of Upasana and we took up two Upasana. The purpose of Upasana is a step-by-step way of guiding the seeker from the known to unknown. Known is the world. From known to unknown, the Guru is guiding, Sanat Kumara. So the concept of guiding here, the principle Sanat Kumara is trying to teach is Bhuma, means infinity, which is large. So he is taking one by one aspect of manifest reality and going to next higher aspect of manifest reality, like the grosser to subtle, the gradual movement is there. Grosser to subtler and subtler and subtler, and highest is, subtlest is Brahman. A step by step, the mind expansion happens, trying to understand Bhuma or infinity. So first Vidya, first Upasana, what is taught is Nama Brahma Upasana, name. Everything in the world is Nama is the Pratika, name. The word name, Nama. Everything in the world has a Nama, name, and names in the world, name and form in the world are infinite. So Nama itself represents the Bhuma or vast, I won't say use the word infinity, the biggest thing what human mind can conceive. Name. What happen if I go to moon? Moon also some object is there. That also has name and form. What happened if I go to Mars? Mars also some objects which are there, which has a name and form. So everything what is known in the universe is covered by Nama. That's why Nama is represent the vastness, big picture, bigger aspects of life. So then from Karya, Nama is the effect. Karya is the speech. If I don't have speech, I can't give a name. The name Vak Brahma. The speech itself is bigger and subtler than the Nama. The names are derivative from the speech. Variety of names come from the speech. Names in English, French, German, any language, they come from speech. Speech is subtler and higher than the Nama. Name is effect, speech is the cause. Karya, Karana Sambandha. Speech is the Karana and name is the Karya. So always go from Karana to Karya. Now next, Sanat Kumara, Narada asks Sanat Kumara, is there something higher than speech? Is there something greater than speech? So Narada, then Sanat Kumara says, Mano Brahmeti Upasita. Mind is greater than the speech. If I have to speak, there should be mind should come into picture. If there's no mind, no speech is possible. A person whose mind is not functioning properly, he can't speak. The mind is Karya, Karana. The speech is the Karya. Are you able to understand the cause link chain? Mind is the Karana. The speech is the Karya. Speech is the Karana. Nama is the Karya. Cause and effect. So what is there in the mind? Will. I want to speak. The will. What do you call it? Will. Called Icha. I want to speak. That is the cause. Then mouth will speak and the words will come. So mind is higher level reality compared to speech. Speech is the higher level reality compared to names. Is this relationship clear? Karya Karana Sambandha. So mind is higher. And Sanat Kumara says, entire creation is nothing but a mind only. First I said, everything in the entire creation is nothing but words only, names only. Nama. Right? Entire creation is full of Nama Rupa only. And who Nama, name is spoken through the mouth, speech. The speech is higher level faculty, higher level functionality, higher level reality. But who gives the name? The mind. Who desires to speak? The mind. All names are given by the mind, and speech comes once I desire to speak. That's why mind is karana, speech is karya. Mind is the cause, the speech is the effect. Entire universe, what we call as universe, is nothing but the mind only. Mind only is appearing as the universe. Everything in the universe is a name and form, and name and form is a representation of the mind. The universe is the mind is the universe in that way. Are we clear? What we call as objective reality, also a thought in the mind. This is objective, this is subjective. The boundary is between object and subject. Oh, this is objective reality, this is a mental reality, we say. Who puts the boundary? Mind only. Mind only says this is the subject, this is the object. The boundary is put by the mind only. We think that there's an objective reality outside and subjective reality inside. There's a world outside and there's a mind inside, we think. Who says so? Mind says so. Mind is the world. Whatever we conceive in the mind is nothing but our experience of the world. Entire creation is mind only. The desire of the mind drives the speech. Speech is action. So now, here another thing we have to understand. The mind drives the speech and mind drives all the actions. Everything I want to do, ultimately mind is the driver. No? Mind says, mind has a desire, the desire arises in the mind, I'll do something. Speaking is one aspect. The physical actions, I want to get something. All these things are driven by the mind. Right? So what mind drives? What does the mind drive? The desire will come. Desire will translate into karma, action. Okay? Are we clear? And action will have karma phala. Karma will have karma phala. And karma phala has to be experienced by the person who has performed the action, karma. So to experience the karma phala, Bhagavan created 14 lokas. Ishvara created 14 lokas for the living beings to experience their karma. Lokas are created to experience the karma. Your mind gives the job for Ishvara also. These people have done karma through because of the mind. The karma has to be experienced. A karma phala, a ground of experience is required. 14 lokas are created by Ishvara to living beings to experience the karma phala. So can we say who is the cause of the universe? Mind is the cause of the universe. Mind is the universe. All 14 level lokas are nothing but projections happening because of the mind. Mind is so important. So mind is higher level faculty than the vak, speech. Is this clear? So in each of these upasana, a upasana has two phalas. Sakama upasana, nishkama upasana. Sakama upasana means with the desire. Niskama upasana means desireless. Upasana can be done in two ways. Any upasana for the kamya karma is called sakama. Nishkama karma. Nishkama karma is for purification of the self. That desire is, I want to get healed. I want to go to a doctor. That's fine, no? Perfect, no? Nishkama karma and kamya karma. So every upasana has a kamya karma phala and nishkama karma phala. So kamya karma, nishkama karma phala, kamya karma phala for this upasana, he can go to higher level lokas. Person who had with kamya karma, if you understand, mind is Brahman, mind is infinite, mind is the one which creates the various lokas. The person who has that understanding can go to higher level lokas, any loka he wants with kamya karma. But nishkama karma is a phala. If you do this upasana, chitta shuddhi will happen. We'll prepare him for jnana. Kamya karma phala, you can attain the loka of your choice. Ultimately, somebody says, I want to go to Sargaloka. The desire is to go to Sargaloka. He will do some puja and upasana, then he'll go to Sargaloka, heaven. Right? So wherever you want to go, it will take you, the upasana will take you because of kamya karma. If it's kamya karma, sakama upasana. Nishkama upasana, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to do karma yoga, purify myself. Chitta Shuddhi has to happen. For that jnana has to happen. That also will happen with this upasana. That's the phala of each upasana. What is greater than the mind? What is higher than the mind? Name is vast. Speech is greater functionality. Mind or desire is a greater functionality than the speech. So what is greater than the speech, desire in the mind? The discrimination, buddhi. I have to do this, I don't have to do this. The discrimination will finally drive the desire. Without discrimination, desire is not given direction. Viveka, whatever Viveka. I'm not saying Nitya, Nitya Viveka, Atmana Viveka. Discrimination. For example, I have a desire. Let's say I have a desire to buy a mobile phone. This mobile phone should buy, or that mobile phone should buy, or should I buy a latest version? That's a discrimination. Then the desire gets activated. For that desire, action will get activated. So discrimination is the higher level faculty. It's called Sankalpa. Sankalpa is Brahman. Sankalpa Brahma. Sankalpa is higher level faculty. Compared to Mano Brahma, mind as a Brahman. Are you clear? Why Sankalpa is important? So what is proper to speak? Let us come into speech. What is the right thing to speak? What is not right thing to speak? What all those things, discrimination is required. Without discrimination, the speech will not be proper. So entire creation, what you call as universe, happened because of Sankalpa of Ishvara. The universe manifested because of Sankalpa of Ishvara. Sankalpa means determination, discrimination, determination of Ishvara. The entire universe manifested. So Sankalpa is the higher than the mind. Are we clear? So after Sankalpa Shakti of Ishvara, Ishvara projected the entire universe and pervades the entire universe as Chidabhasa. There are two levels of Chidabhasa happens. One is the individual level. Individual level, Chidabhasa happens. At the universal level, Chidabhasa happens. Ishvara pervades the entire universe. Sun, moon, all of them will get a reflected consciousness. Chidabhasa. So Ishvara creates the universe out of his Sankalpa, projects it, sustains it, and dissolves it out of Sankalpa. Sankalpa is the higher than the Manas. Mana. What is higher than Sankalpa? Is there something higher than Sankalpa? And Upasana, with this Upasana, Sankalpa is higher, right? With this Upasana, a person can go to desired level lokas very easily. Because he does the Sankalpa, I will have to go to this loka, then he will do the Upasana. He'll get the phala, Sakama phala, Kame karma phala. Nishkama karma phala, mind gets purified. Chitta Shuddhi happens. Okay. So then, what is higher than Sankalpa? Anybody can make a guess? Higher Sankalpa can happen only if the Chittam is there. Chittam is not Chitta, Chittam means memory. Any decision you have to take, memory is required. Now, without memory, how will you take a decision? Chittam only not only means memory. Chittam also means Chitta means mind, the complete mind faculty. Attention, awareness is also called Chittam in Vedanta. So with the awareness only, you can take you can discriminate. You can take a decision. Awareness is required. Attention is required. Otherwise, discrimination or sankalpa cannot happen. Our attention is somewhere. How will you make a sankalpa? Attention awareness is higher level faculty than what we call as discrimination and decision. Without attention, I'll not be able to make a sankalpa. To make a sankalpa, I need attention, no? Awareness is required, no? And here the chittam word is used in dual sense. Where attention goes, I become aware of that. Attention is attention. In attention is higher than the mind. Attention directs the mind and the body in certain way. Whose attention is that? That conscious being's attention. Finally, attention goes back and merges with the conscious being. That's why all who am I inquiry, attention goes back to the source. Mind is also directed, no? Mind is also part of attention direction, no? Who directs the mind attention? Mind directs the attention or attention directs the mind? The desire also comes to the attention first. When desire comes to attention, only mind can direct the attention. So attention or awareness is higher level faculty compared to the desire and sankalpa. If desire doesn't come under attention, how will you come to know? Attention and awareness are used synonymously used. But the name given is chittam here in this Upanishad. So the chittam is important, and entire purpose of upasana is ekagra chitta. The entire upasana purpose of chitta is attention, ekagra chitta, one point attention, vishala chitta, expansion of the mind, and chitta shuddhi. So this is the purpose of upasana. So the one who does chitta as infinity or chitta as higher than the sankalpa, he also attains higher loka and attains whatever he desires in that loka very comfortably. All happiness and joy in those lokas. Means he'll get his sankalpa siddhi. If it does a nishkama upasana, his mind will become purified. He'll get prepared. He'll get ready for jnana. So what is higher than the attention? Dhyanam is the higher than attention. Dhyana means one focus. Attention has to be focused. Otherwise, attention gets distracted. Attention is directed by the focus. I give attention to what I want to focus. If otherwise, what happens? Our attention will be a child. No, child goes into room. There are many toys. Attention goes here, there. Child does not know what you have to focus on. The focus is called dhyanam. Dhyanam is higher than the chitta. Here we are not speaking of here we are speaking of functionally. Functionally, dhyanam is higher than the chitta. Attention has to be directed. It's called dhyanam. No. Here we have to use the word in that earlier word, chitta, we have to use the word attention. Where attention is there, my awareness, I become aware of that, right? And attention is directed with focus. Somebody wants to become successful in engineering or study for something. His focus is on engineering. That's why attention goes there. So dhyanam or focus is important. Sanat Kumar says, entire universe seems to be very focused. The earth is rotating, moon is rotating, all planets are there in position. Entire Prakriti seems to be doing dhyanam. Dhyanam is also word meditation. They are not, their attention doesn't shift. Human attention goes from here to there, here to there. But sun, moon, planets and all, they never deviate from their attention. They never deviate from their work, which is going on. They appear to be meditating. Everything in the universe seems to be in dhyanam. And any success in human life, if the focus is not there, will there be success? The focus is the highest. Somebody wants to become a great sportsman. Somebody wants to become a great scientist. The focus is the highest faculty which is required, higher than the other faculties. Other faculties are required, but I'm saying speak of karya karana sambandha, which comes higher. Dhyanam is the higher. Next comes. So Narada asks Sanat Kumara, how do we get, where does is there something higher than the focus? Sanat Kumara says, Narada asks Sanat Kumara, what is higher than the focus? What is higher than the dhyanam? Vijnanam, right knowledge. The focus is possible with Vijnana. Vijnana means, here Vijnana is referred in terms of Upasana. Vijnanam for Upasana, knowledge of Vidya, Upasana. Knowledge of Upasana is not there. How will you focus? How will attention go? How will desire come? So Vijnanam is higher than the Dhyanam. Only when you have knowledge of Vidya, then you can focus. Then attention can go there. Then the lower level functions can happen. Vijnanam is the knowledge of Upasana. What type of Upasana will give what benefit? That knowledge is required. What is higher than Vijnanam? Is there something higher than Vijnanam? Balam, strength is required. Physical and mental strength at various levels. If the strength is not there, what is the use of knowledge? The physical strength, balam is physical strength and mental strength to focus. Balam is the higher than the Vijnanam. Balam is the karya, karana, Vijnanam is the karya, cause and effect. So Sanat Kumara says, balam is required. Somebody has to get Vijnanam, no? He has to get Vijnanam means Upasana, knowledge of Upasana has to go. He has to get to Gurukula. Gurukula has to study for 12 years. And he has to do service. He has to get the teaching. Without balam, how can he do that? Balam is higher than the Vijnanam. This is cause and effect chain. How does balam come? How does strength come? Annam. Annam is the higher cause. Food comes from, food gives the strength. Food is what, right nourishes food which nourishes your body and your mind. Food nourishes the mind also. That's where Sanat Kumara says, if somebody does not take food for 10 days, he has no bala. He can't even remember what scriptures he has read. He can't remember any studies what he has done. The bala comes from the annam, food. The physical strength comes from the food. What is higher than the food? Annam means here has a meaning called food. Annam also means matter, material world. Because annam word is used in two senses. Annam is used as food for human beings. Annam used as a matter. Because whatever matter, the earth, annam is also means earth. From earth only, the fruits are produced. So what a plant takes the essence from the earth and produces the fruits. And fruits human beings use and they get strength. So what annam means? Earth also. Annam means food also. Now, what is higher than the annam? What is higher than the earth element? Apo Brahma. Earth or food came from water in two senses. From in nature, 5 elements are created: space, wind, fire, water, earth. They come in one sequence. From there, water is the source of earth. And water is also source of food. Because of rains, plants will grow various kinds of fruits, edible fruits, edible rice, grains are produced when there's rain. So rain is the cause, earth is the effect. Rain is the cause, annam or food is the effect. So rain is higher. Now, what is higher than rain? Higher than the water? What is higher than the water? Agni. Tejo Brahma. Fire is higher than the water. Why? So we'll say, today is so hot, it'll rain today. For raining, if there's no rain, there's no food. The heat causes the water to vaporize, become cloud, and pour as rain on the plants. The plants will give the food. Annam is caused by, annam means food. Food is caused by rain. Rain is caused by fire, heat. This is at the food chain level. If you take earth as a effect, from fire element, water element has come, water element, earth has come. So that way, fire is the higher cause. Tejo Brahma. So one who does the Tejo Brahma Upasana, one who understands the fire is the cause, he'll be radiating. He'll be joyful. He'll be Devata in the higher lokas. He'll attain Devata in the higher lokas. If he earlier upasanas, he'll go to higher lokas. But in this upasana, he'll become a Devata, a heavenly being, radiating light. If he does Sakama Upasana, if he does Nishkama Upasana, his mind will get purified and will get Jnana. What is then higher than this fire? Huh? Wind and air together, he called Akasha Brahma. Wind and air, he clubs together. Because wind and air, both are invisible. No, this way, Akasha. In Akasha, he uses Akasha Brahma. He doesn't bring wind as another element. He brings wind and Akasha, he clubs together. And since Akasha is the higher than the fire, space. Because in space, everything appears. The fire, the water, living beings, non-living beings, everything appears in space. Space is subtler than the other elements and also cause of other things. It's a cause, higher cause compared to the lower effects. And space is not affected by anything. Space is unaffected by anything happening within the space. Now, what is all transactions happen in space? Space is the higher cause. What is higher than the space? Ishvara Chitta. Everything comes from the space, the wind, the fire, water, earth. Everything has appeared from memory of Ishvara. Everything is a projection from, like our world is projection from our memory. Entire universe is a projection from the Ishvara Chitta, Ishvara's memory. That's called Smaranam here. Everything appears because of Ishvara's memory, Smaranam. Individual. At the individual level. So, what is higher than the Smaranam? All transactions happen in the universe. Universe manifests because of Ishvara Chitta. It's called Smaranam here. But Ishvara Chitta has to come now. And it gets activated now. Icha Shakti has to come. Icha Shakti, Dana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, as a part of the Maya, they will appear first. The desire. Now we are speaking of universal level. Icha Shakti. It's called Kamaha. Kamaha means Icha Shakti of the cosmic level. What we desire only goes into Smaranam. In Ishvara's memory also, what desire is there, that only gets recorded in Ishvara's memory, and what desire is there gets projected because of Icha Shakti. Brahman plus Maya is Icha Shakti. Ishvara is nothing but Brahman plus Maya. Maya has 3 dimensions. Icha Shakti, Dana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. Icha Shakti is primary, higher than the Smaranam, memory. Jnana and Kriya. Dana Shakti also is spoken of. And Kriya Shakti also is spoken of. Jnana and Kriya operate only if Icha Shakti operates. The desire operates. Icha Shakti is higher than the Jnana and Kriya. Ishvara has the desire to create the entire universe. Icha Shakti comes up. Then he uses the memory to create. Chitta. Chitta is called Smaranam here. And because of Icha Shakti only, Ishvara projected the universe for, and Acharyas, Gurus, and Mahatmas, they do service, teaching, because of Loka Kalyana, Icha for Loka Kalyana. Otherwise, they have nothing to do. The desire for Loka Kalyana makes them write commentary, give the teaching. So Icha is higher than the Smaranam. So one who does the Sakam Upasana as Icha Shakti, in our modern day language, Icha Shakti is Lakshmi, Kriya Shakti is Durga, Jnana Shakti is Saraswati. And people do in Puranic time is Lakshmi, Durga, Saraswati. Icha is Lakshmi, Kriya is Durga, Jnana is Saraswati. And who does the Upasana of Icha Shakti? People do Upasana of Icha Shakti. They will get whatever they desire in life. That's the Upasana Phala. If it is Kamya Upasana with desire, understanding Icha Shakti is the highest. Upasana of Icha Shakti will give him anything he desires in the universe. Even becoming Devendra, king of Devatas. Icha Shakti is higher. What is higher than Icha Shakti? Is there something higher than Icha Shakti? Prana, life force. See, actually, Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna are in equilibrium in Brahman. Means there's no creation. They are in dormant condition. The prana activates these 3 gunas and creation starts. The life force. The prana is the highest principle. Samashti prana, the totality of the universe prana, is called Hiranyagarbha. Individual prana is called Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. We cannot function without prana. Universal prana is called Hiranyagarbha. Prana is the highest force in the universe. Prana Shakti. The cosmic prana is called Mukhya prana. And individual prana is called Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. So the prana is the one which projects the entire universe. First, Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti comes up. Then using memory, it projects the entire universe. Projection of the entire universe requires Prana Shakti. It doesn't refer to guna, it refers to forces. Ichha Shakti. That guna is referred as Ichha Shakti. Rajoguna is referred as Ichha Shakti. Okay. So prana is the highest. What is higher than the prana? One who meditates prana as the highest becomes very powerful. Prana Shakti is very powerful. Highest power. Prana is the highest. Prana gives strength to everybody, everything. Life force gives strength to everything. Our heart beats, lung function, eyes function. I'm able to lift my hand. Everything because of Prana Shakti. One who meditates prana as the highest will become very powerful in the universe. So then what is higher than the prana? Higher than the prana is Brahman. That's why Madhvacharya says, Hari Sarvottama, Vayu Jivottama. Hari is Brahman. Vayu is prana. The first born from the Hari, Jiva, first born Jiva from the Hari, Brahman, is called prana. Life force comes first from the Brahman. So that's why Madhvacharya says, Hari Sarvottama, Vayu Jivottama. Then Vayu Jivottama comes, then Brahmaji, everything else comes into picture. Prana Shakti is the root. See, you have seen Narayana sleeping, and from his stomach, one lotus is coming, and Brahmaji is there. So what the lotus, and he's sleeping on the Shesha, serpent. Shesha is the memories, chitta, whatever is karmic impressions. The chitta, karmic impressions are carried by the Prana Shakti through the tube, umbilical cord of Brahmaji, umbilical cord of Narayana, it goes to Brahmaji. And from there, entire creation starts. The prana is the force which takes up what is dormant, what is avyakta, and makes it vyakta. It happens to us also. When you go to sleep, all our memories become, my body, mind, intellect, and memories become dormant. Avyakta becomes one with Brahman. And when you get up in the morning, prana becomes active. Because whatever karma phala is there, that karma phala gets activated. And your world is projected. Body comes up, mind comes up, and your relationships come up in the morning. It is the prana which gets activated. The life force from deep sleep. Prana is responsible for making avyakta to vyakta, unmanifest to manifest. So Sanat Kumar says, all this come from Brahman only. Everything is a manifestation of Brahman only. Prana is a manifestation of Brahman only. So Brahman is the Bhuma, infinite. Nothing higher than the Brahman is possible. One who meditates on Brahman, he becomes Brahman only. He is Brahman only. Brahmavid, Brahmayva Bhavati. Knower of Brahman is Brahman only. And Brahman being infinity, because all these things are given higher and higher and higher, higher and subtler and subtler, higher and higher, and bigger and bigger, vaster and vaster. The highest possible reality is Brahman. Brahman is called Bhuma. Bhuma means infinity. The two meaning for Bhuma is called Ananta, Ananda. One who meditates on Brahman as the highest, he realizes Brahman, I am Brahman, Brahmavid, Brahmayva Bhavati. And he gets infinite bliss, Ananda. Because Alpe Sukham Nasti. Whatever is limited, there's no happiness. Everything earlier we told, Prana, Mana, Chitta, Anna, everything is limited. Alpe Sukham Nasti. Meditate on Brahman, realize Brahman is Bhuma, infinity. Then he also tells Narada, Dvitiyam va bhayam bhavati. Oh Narada, all I told, 15 upasanas. In each of these upasana, whatever is there, there's a duality. It's in the manifest reality. In manifest reality, always there is a duality. Subject and object is there. And where there is subject and object, Dvitiyam va bhayam bhavati. In whatever a person may go to highest level loka also, still there is a fear. See, upasana can take him to higher level lokas. But fear will not go. Because Dvitiyam is there. Even if he goes to Devaloka, Asuras will come and attack. If he goes to Brahmaloka, somebody else is more happier than him, he'll feel jealousy. Dvitiyam va bhavati, bhayam bhavati. Where there is a duality, there's a fear. In Bhuma or Brahma, there's no duality, Advaita. The fearlessness. So then what is Brahman? What is Bhuma? Bhuma is where one sees nothing. One hears nothing. One knows nothing. That is called Bhuma. To know something, a duality is required. To see something, there's a duality required. To hear something, there's a duality required. Bhuma is where there's no seeing, no hearing, other than the self. The closest which you can understand is deep sleep. In deep sleep, there's nothing to see. There's nothing to hear. There's nothing to know, because it is Advaita, non-dual state. In Advaita Avastha, there's nothing to see, nothing to hear, nothing to know. And that is a state of infinite bliss. Ananda. Sanat Kumara says, Narada, this is Bhuma Vidya. Vidya means Upasana. Bhuma Vidya leads to Atmadnana, Brahmadnana. Attain Brahman. So Narada goes to the Upasana and realizes Brahman and attains supreme bliss. Somebody has to follow the sequence of Upasana, not required. Depending on their past life karma, depending on where they are, they can get into any stage. They can get into Jnana stage directly. But Upasana gives them, Upasana is a way of teaching. Subtler to grosser, how your mind has to move, make a progress. Otherwise, suddenly you think of Brahman, people will not be able to visualize. Anybody has a question? Bhuma Vidya?
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste.
Bhuma Vidya ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು explanation, no? But Balam and the physical and mental strength has come in the middle actually. But that should be the first. Unless you have physical and mental strength, you cannot practice of anything or think of anything. That's how I feel.
And what is the question?
That physical and mental health has come in the middle of that 15 upasanas. But I feel that.
See, he is tracing a cause and effect. He starts from the outer and starts going inward.
Oh, okay.
Right? It is from outer is nama, then vaka, then mana, then vidnana, then bala. Like that, from outer he moves to the inner.
Okay.
And inner he moves to Ishvara.
Finally.
And Ishvara he moves to Brahman.
Step by step it is very clearly understanding actually.
Anybody else? Any questions? Maitreyi? Satyavati?
ಗುರುಜಿ,
ಯಾ,
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಮರಣೆ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಿಯಾ ದುರ್ಗಾ ಆಯ್ತು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ಹೌದೌದು. ಇಚ್ಛಾಶಕ್ತಿ, ಜ್ಞಾನಶಕ್ತಿ, ಕ್ರಿಯಾಶಕ್ತಿ. ಇಚ್ಛಾಶಕ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ತಾನೇ ಜ್ಞಾನಶಕ್ತಿ ಕ್ರಿಯಾಶಕ್ತಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗೋದು.
ಹೌದು.
ಹರಿ ಓಂ ಗುರುಜಿ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅದೇ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಡಿಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಔಟ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಇಂದ ಇನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಅದು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಟ್ ಅದೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಶ್ವರ ಬಂದಾಗ ಶಿವ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈಶ್ವರ ಇದನ್ನ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ, ಶಿವಶಕ್ತಿ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ, ಇದೇ ಟರ್ಮಿನಾಲಜಿ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಓಕೆ. ಅಲ್ಲ, ಶಿವ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಈಶ್ವರ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ, ನೀವು ಈಶ್ವರ ಚಿತ್ತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಚ್ಛಾಶಕ್ತಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೈಯರ್ ಇಚ್ಛಾಶಕ್ತಿ.
ಈಶ್ವರನ ಇಚ್ಛಾಶಕ್ತಿ ಹೈಯರ್.
ಈಶ್ವರನ ಅದೇ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ಈಗ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ತರ.
ಪ್ರಾಣ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಪರಾಶಕ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ.
ಅದೇ ಶಕ್ತಿ is not taken as a higher, shakti is taken as power. Okay, thank you.
Prana is taken as highest shakti. That's called Parameshwari, Parabrahma Parameshwari. Prana is taken as higher than Para Shakti.
Okay, good. Thank you.
So the cosmos level, Shakti is coming at the creation level. When you're taking individual level, the desire is very low. First you are saying focus, then chittam, then mind, then desire. But desire will give me the focus, right? You said right knowledge, from there focus. But even to get that right knowledge, first I should have a desire to get the right knowledge.
The desire, all those desires and all arise from the karmic impressions.
So end of the day, first it's desire only. Desire will.
No, he is speaking of.
You said Shubhecha comes first, Moksha comes first, and then everything follows. Like that, but at cosmos level, you said Ichha Shakti. But individual level,
Individual, what did I say?
Right knowledge.
Individual level.
Right knowledge, and to get right knowledge, you should have balam and all.
Desire requires a right knowledge. Desire here, desire not the Vidnanam here.
Desire is like the third from.
No. Here the Vidnanam means not general knowledge. Vidnanam means knowledge of Vidya, Upasana.
But why will I get that? Before first time it should start with my desire to get a right knowledge.
To desire to get right knowledge, he has joined a Gurukula, the kid. He does not know. The father has put him in Gurukula. He gets knowledge, Upasana knowledge, Vidya. Then he gets desire. In that sequence, you have to imagine a young child. He goes to school. He does not know anything. His father has put him to Gurukula. Then he knows Vidnana. He gets Vidnanam. These are the Upasanas possible. With this Upasana, you will get this son. Then he focuses. So there, focus, attention, then that's the sequence.
Then what desire is there? And in the last way again, desire. Upasana. Supposing prana upasana, I get power. That desire will make me do that.
Yeah, prana upasana. So the desire will make for desire. I mean, you can't separate it out like how do you be? Focus package. Focus will come. Then desire will come. His focus may be something else. Maybe he has desire something else. But ultimately, to achieve something, a focused desire is required. So what happened? You have to understand at the individual level. It is said the child joins a Gurukula. Then he has no knowledge. Then Vidnanam comes first. So from that, everything else comes. So Saraswati ji is saying, Sadguru ji is electricity. Jnana is lift. Upasana is going through steps. Okay, clear explanation. Thank you, Saraswati. So,
thank you.
Yeah. So this is told in Upanishad. I have told one level of meaning. Okay, deeper you contemplate. People who do contemplation on this Upasana, it's just your outer level of meaning. As you contemplate the Upasana, person Upasana gets deeper and deeper meaning. Right now, I told one surface level of meaning. Don't think that this is the final meaning. A person Upasaka gets deeper and deeper insight into this each step, each connection. Like a scientist will start at some level, then as he understands, he'll get deeper and deeper. Like that, once Upasana starts, Upasaka gets a deeper and deeper aspects of this Upasana. That's why he gets strength. Just understanding surface level, it won't give him the power. So, are there any questions? Kaumari?
Hari Om Prabhuji.
Hari Om.
Looking at the 15 steps or 15 contemplations, just one observation on the Nana path. We say Shravana Manana Nididhyasa. Here if I try to remember, the Dhyanam comes in the 5th stage. It's in the 5th order of the 15 that you mentioned.
No. Yeah. The Shravana Manana Nidhyasa comes after 15 steps.
Okay.
So don't include Dhyanam. Dhyanam is not Shravana Manana Nidhyasa. Dhyanam is Dhyanam based on the Upasana, Vidya. The teaching Upasana, Guru gives Upasana and tells him how to meditate, how to focus.
Okay, everything is fine then. Thank you.
Dhyanam comes when you give Brahmadnana.
Okay.
Brahman is Bhuma. There Shravana Manana Nidhyasa will come. When you come to Dhnana.
Right, Prabhuji. Okay.
Below that, Dhyanam is based on the Vidya. For Vidya means Upasana Vidya. For example, Sri Vidya Upasana. The Guru will tell you how to have Sri Yantra like this, you have to do puja like this, you have to meditate like this. That's called methodology.
Very clear, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for this.
Tomorrow, I'll take 8th and last chapter of Chandogya Upanishad. We'll close for the day. असतोमा सद्गमय तमसोमा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ. ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಈ ದೇಹ ಮನಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದಾತ್ಮ ಶಿವನಾನ್ನಾನೇ, ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ. ಆತ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಸತ್ಯದರ್ಶನಂ. ಅಂತರ್ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಬಹಿರ್ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಗ್ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಪರಾತ್ಪರ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರೇವ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಸ್ವಯಂ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಯೋತಿ. ಶಿವೋಸ್ಮ್ಯಹಂ. ಲೋಕಾಃ ಸಮಸ್ತಾಃ ಸುಖಿನೋ ಭವಂತು. ಲೋಕಾಃ ಸಮಸ್ತಾಃ ಸುಖಿನೋ ಭವಂತು. ಲೋಕಾಃ ಸಮಸ್ತಾಃ ಸುಖಿನೋ ಭವಂತು. ಹರಿ ಓಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ಹರಿ ಓಂ.